G'day and welcome to the Full Drive podcast powered by Tyrepower. Music there by Southern River Band, Let It Ride. Socials at the Full Drive podcast on Instagram. DMs are open, so get DMing people. Now I'm going to go cut in before I finish this. G'day Mitch.
G'day Rons.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, mate.
And thanks for taking over Duggo's seat.
Yeah, guest host.
And let's continue back here. So on YouTube, all episodes on the Full Drive podcast, Patreon, support at patreon.com/the Full Drive podcast.
Don't forget the.
Yes.
How do you rate that, Ronnie?
How
do you rate that? How
My-
do you rate
my
the
opening?
intro? Yeah. If
I
you
don't
were
know.
if you to give yourself a bit of feedback, how would you rate it?
Scattered. I'll say Duggo, help.
Us chat.
Yeah, website www.thefulldrivepodcast.com.au. Merch, voice messages, and the ultimate full drive. What is the ultimate full drive for you?
Oof. And I think we're gonna have this conversation a bit later on, but I am seriously looking at the Ineos Grenadier Quartermaster. Always been a Ute person, but yeah, after some unexpected troubles with our Ford Ranger, starting to look at greener pastures, I think. So yeah.
Interesting. That's very, very interesting. So I have another person sitting to my or left or right that changes sometimes.
Yeah.
Who's going from a Ranger to something else, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We'll keep looking, but pretty interested at what its capability is going to be in the short term, and what sort of accessories are going to start to really ramp up for them.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a fair bit out
Before we
there
get
for
too
it.
far into it,
I'll
we
go-
should introduce our guest.
Yes.
Because
Mitch from Wandering Aus.
Mitch from Wandering Aus,
That's me.
Mitch and Jess,
Yes.
Yeah, Jess is outside.
Yeah.
kindly joined us today to have a good chat about the Anne Beadell Highway, amongst other things.
Definitely.
Yes, amongst other things, like the Ranger Super Duty.
Yes. Let's chat.
So I guess that option is on your table with the Ineos Grenadier.
Definitely.
This is quite interesting. There's a bit of a price difference in them. I can't wait to get to that conversation.
Yeah, let's get in it.
But just a quick mention here to our major sponsor, Tyrepower. Australian-owned, independently operated, largest independent tyre retailer. Multi-brand. There is no brand you will not get when you talk about wheels and tyres. Steel rims or
Well,
alloys?
we're Steel, but I got talked into by Steel actually by the guys at Tyrepower where we got our tyres fitted.
Ah.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, there you go.
So
Oh, and I ended up with the alloys.
yeah.
Well, it's
I don't know. You're
a preference, isn't
well,
it?
they call him Old Steely Dahl
Yeah.
because he loves steel tires,
Well,
steel wheels. Sorry.
I've bent two Steels and I've been able to smack them back with a hammer, and I don't think you could do that with an alloy. So
No,
Nah, but the alloy
yeah.
wouldn't crack in the first place, mate. Is
didn't
what
crack,
I've been
just
told.
bent.
Well, it depends how much you crack, like how
Yeah.
hard you hit it, right?
That's
Yeah.
it.
But look, so just a quick drop in here because I've got a question relatable to wheels actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, Len Beadell,
Yep.
your grandfather.
My grandfather.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Pretty proud.
Len Beadell, look, we'll talk a bit more about Len Beadell, Aussie explorer, blasted highways through the deserts, giving
Yeah.
us all this land to travel, ways to travel on all this vast land. What do you reckon his view would be on alloys, the steel?
Well, there wasn't such a thing back then. So, Steel, he was always split rim, and it was always cloth tyres. So, before we went to steel radials. Steel rims all the way.
Yeah, the old rag tyres.
Yeah, the old rags.
How many independent stores are in WA?
Or Tyrepower.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in the hundreds.
In WA?
Slightly less.
Slightly less.
Slightly
I was
less
going to say,
than
I
100.
reckon we've been coming down the West Coast. So I reckon every major city, the centre we've come into, there's been at least a Tyrepower.
Okay, you
So
must.
there'd have to be a few.
Yeah, you might have done a few blockies. 58.
58.
There we go.
That's
Could be up to 61 or 62 now
Okay.
since we started this, but 58, yeah.
Maybe I'm just hitting their target. Their target is hundreds.
Oh, mate, hundreds across Australia, mate. Hundreds across Australia.
Yeah.
And yes, I completed my intro list. It only took me this long. Right.
Too good.
Thank you.
Little round
Thank
of
you.
applause for you, mate. Well done. That was impressive, mate. You haven't done that since the first few episodes.
No, I haven't. I'm just eager to talk about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, me too. Before we get to it though, we should do a little Takeo timeout. Thanks to our friends at Autoline.
Well, I think Mitch might have a good one.
Yeah. Oh, well, as I said, we've been travelling to the West Coast, and before we got to the beautiful sunshine state of the West, we headed up the Tanami, and I'm renowned for following wheel tracks to find a campsite, not really knowing where they go. I followed these down a creek and into a creek bed, and it pretty quickly went wrong, and I was sitting on my belly with the car and the camper. So got a V6 2024 V6 Ranger, canopy set up, all the rest, all good, all kitted out, and we've got a 14-foot hybrid off-road offline camper built in South Australia, and we were sitting flat on our belly, and that was my time to take a time out and assess what was going on, because it can easily go pretty south pretty quick.
Just paint the whole story here. So you've got Jess, you've got the young one. You've got
little Tilly.
Tilly, and you got Doggo.
Yeah, we got the dog. So at the time we had a 5-month-old, a daughter, and a 18-month-old Kelpie sitting in the back seat. Daughter's crying her guts out. Wife's panicking, going, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun's going down, and we're a kilometre off the road sitting on our belly. That's where you do a couple of laps around the car, take a moment and reassess, make a plan, and then action your plan, and hopefully it goes well. So we did. We actioned our plan, and we got out, and we're sitting here, so it's all good. But I tell you what, take a moment and set a max tracks, and the tyre deflator goes a long way.
How long did it take you to go out?
Probably took us five attempts with our max tracks, and to get to some harder ground. But sort of jumping up and moving a bit forward, and then resetting everything and going again.
Yeah.
So probably all in all, probably 45, nearly an hour, and then air back up. But yeah.
How many tracks do you carry? Because you're towing as well?
Yeah, we carry 4, but I probably wished at the time I had 6. Not that I would have used the other ones underneath the camper. I probably would have just paved a bit of a path forward so that I could
would have cut down time.
Yeah. So, minimum 4. Like if anyone's driving away, 2 is better than none.
Yeah. Well, you being you, I would say minimum 8.
Yeah,
because you're actually going to use them.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And we have they're probably the most used piece of kit in our car.
Yes. Even like if you're doing like a recovery, they're good to use because you just take the load off everything. Yeah. All right. So you got out in the end?
We got out in the end. So it took a moment, made a plan. It's nothing worse. I think like you get into a moment like that and you stress and you panic and you try and make rash decisions, you're going to come unstuck. And you're gonna make it's gonna go south. So.
And it all piles on, You've got your young daughter in the back crying. That definitely affects you.
Definitely.
Because we're all wired to react. To young ones crying, and then you got your wife as well, and that all just adds up.
And then you as content creators, you get caught between, all right, I've got to figure a way out of this. I've got to capture that content. I've got a daughter sitting in the backseat crying and a wife. So it's like, all right, where do we set? And you got to take a moment and take a breath, and that's like any situation.
Yeah.
Like, take a moment, look at the whole picture, look at what a plan A, plan B, plan C even. And
I was just picturing you in the driver's seat, and then the dog, your daughter, and your wife all looking at you.
Yeah.
What are we going to do, Mitch?
What are you going to do? Yeah. Sometimes I wish I got all the answers, but it doesn't always happen.
Well, you had the answers there. You're here, unless we're talking to a hologram.
No, definitely here. Definitely here.
And don't worry, folks, it's not AI. I'm not allowed to use AI here.
No. What do you call your AI? What was it? K2SO. That's the one.
Yes. All right. So, what am I allowed to go to next?
Well, I mean, let's get into the thick of it after this next one, which is a Tough Dog tip, because we're giving away a Tough Dog suspension kit, Mitch.
Awesome.
So listeners have sent in a couple of their tips that they think will be the best tip or the winner. Yeah. So
could Mitch win one for his Ineos Grenadier?
Mate, if you submit a good enough tip, Mitch.
Or his
Mitch, you got a tip
website.
for us, mate? You got a Tough Dog tip?
What was that website again?
Yeah, don't test me.
No, we won't go to that one. That's all right.
Something with the full drive
Yeah.
podcast.
.com.au.
All right. Well, so what do you got from Adam?
So from Adam, I don't actually have it on here, but I remember it because I heard it.
Go.
So Adam has a good tip when it comes to spotting. He reckons that, if you listen to one voice, not a whole bunch of people, the probability of getting out without a dent or a scratch is probably going to be 99%.
Yeah, that's his tip. One voice rule for spotting when you're tackling the terrain and you need a spotter, only listen to one person's instructions, because if you listen to other people, you're going to get confused, you're going to miss directions, and you could even damage your rig. So one voice when you're spotting.
Yeah, not a bad shout.
Yeah, no, that is the best one because everyone's got some idea.
Yeah.
And the other thing I would say is even though someone might know that they can spot really well, it might be a particular type of vehicle, right?
Yeah.
So, for instance, you often see this with Nissan Patrol guys and Land Cruiser guys because they behave so much different,
Yeah.
Guys in
Vehicles or the drivers?
well,
Wow.
the cars.
We'll keep our listeners.
Yeah, look, there are many more skilled people in a patrol, I think, than there are in a Land Cruiser. Because
Big call.
that's what I'm going to say. Because
Controversial.
but I think you can get a Nissan Patrol GU to places that you would not be able to get a 70 series.
Them be fighting words.
Yeah, mate, hang on.
There's some Toyota Land Cruiser owners that are just driven off the road.
Yeah, well, they probably have, but
I'm right here.
Jaden's shaking with.
Well, you better get over there. You're about to fight, Ronnie.
Settle down. It's all
No,
good.
it is fair.
Yeah. No, I'm talking from a flex point of view.
Yeah.
Of course, you use all your lockers
Yeah.
and all that stuff, then that's a bit different.
No, I agree. I have been outdriven by a patrol driver, so I can't really fight.
Yeah. It's the same thing with a Jeep. It's just, they just don't get very far in the outback. Some of them do, though.
Yeah.
I think it's the rear diff, the track, that messes me up sometimes.
But you can correct that. It's more your leaf.
Yeah.
It's your leaf springs.
Yeah.
They get in the way, and it's the rigidness of it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a spotter, I suppose you need someone that knows the vehicle that they're spotting.
Yeah.
And the
so
capabilities and
yeah.
limitations of that vehicle, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I don't think it's just the vehicle, the driver as well, right? Like you need to know what your driver's confident in doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like if I'm spotting you, I know you'll be able to do whatever I kind of let you do. But for Duggo, I'd be like a little bit more cautious with where I'm kind of sending him.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep. And it also comes down to so many things like automatic, manual. How good are they with the clutch? Are they shitting themselves? If they're shitting themselves and they're about to pop the clutch, they could really fuck everything up right there. Then and there.
Yeah.
I agree.
They're too jarring on the brake. That's enough to send the car flipping backwards as well. You've probably seen some of that online as well.
Yeah, big time. It's really hard, especially when you're going out with mates and you're doing some wheeling or even touring, doing some remote touring. Too many chiefs and not enough Indians jump into a situation, and it's hard. Like you'll want to come to a consensus, but you've got to have complete trust in whoever you're relying on that information. So
I think you should be able to choose who you want to. Yeah.
But
and often people just don't even listen to the spotter.
nah,
And then that's when
trying to be a hero, and that's
yeah. And then that's when a spotter just goes, you know what, you do you, I'm out of here.
yeah.
Well, we should get into the interesting parts here.
Yes.
Now
So,
you got free reign, Ronnie.
look out. All right. Well, let's talk Anne Beadell Highway. One of the many highways that Len Beadell himself blazed through.
One of the first.
Yeah.
So he started. That was the
what was the
Beadell-
first?
The Anne Beadell, the first section of the Anne Beadell was the first that he started. But the Anne Beadell was created over, I think it was about 6 years, and done in about 4 or 5 different sections. So
Right.
but
6 years.
Yeah, the first one was Anne Beadell.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So early on, his team mustn't have been that big.
Smaller, but it grew, and there was some changeover a little bit, but the core team stayed together for most of it.
Okay.
But yeah, as they went more remote, obviously they needed more stuff. So
Yeah. Can you explain to us, so the Anne Beadell Highway, what was the purpose of that?
yeah, so initially they had Woomera, so they founded Woomera, and then they were shooting rockets off from the rocket range.
Those are blue streaks?
Yeah. So they were doing all the testing through like the British were doing all that testing out of Woomera. So then they needed a way to go and retrieve some of the telemetry and the rockets to continue their research.
Yep.
And then it came to the atomic bomb testing, which happened out of Emu, which is just west of Coober Pedy. So that was the first section.
So it was cut from the east.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then cut across first. And a lot of the later stuff, he built really good relationships with some of the local communities. And so a lot of the later stuff was he carried on to just open some stuff out.
To get supplies.
Yeah, some land up and get some supplies in bits and pieces. So,
yeah,
a lot of the roads were there for initially to support the rocket range and the atomic testing that was happening out there.
And then later expanded on, obviously.
Yeah.
So Ilkirka, do you know much about that?
Yeah, Ilkirka. So it's been around for a while. It's come under a couple of different names, but it's initially there to service the community, the Spinifex country out there, the communities out there for fuel and supplies.
Yeah.
So yeah, but beautiful spot to camp. They've got some donkey showers there, which are pretty serviceable, and then good little art gallery too. So worth popping in, filling up. Always going to pay a little extra and fuel out in the middle of
Yeah, what price have you experienced out there?
I reckon we did this, our last crossing was about 2 years ago. I reckon it was about $3. So, but
that's not bad.
Fuel's jumped up a bit now, so it might be,
it
might be up a bit more than that.
Yeah,
so.
It was $3.30 when we came through, but that was over 10 years ago. I think.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, about 10 years ago.
Yeah, but good spot and has made that road a far more accessible adventure for people to get across without having to carry a ton of fuel. It's definitely
not a smooth track. I can vouch for that.
No.
And I have seen, and you've probably seen this as well. On I think it was it Instagram? I saw this. There were a couple that had one of those new caravan-y camper vans out there.
Yeah.
And the whole thing came apart.
Oh, look, you go down. Yeah, it's no different to going through the Simpson. Unfortunately, like there's a fair bit of vehicle debris, whether it's rims and tires, or I say fair bit. That's probably unfair, but there's enough of it that you can see that some people have tried to take inappropriate tires or towing inappropriate equipment across, and it's not lasted the distance, and they're still sitting out there. So.
And some people have just been unfortunate too.
Oh, and that happens too. Like, you can prepare for the best, and unfortunately, the worst happens. But
what's the worst thing that's happened to you out in the Anne Beadell? So I guess we just better paint a picture for our listeners too. So the Anne Beadell, 1,355.
Yep, roughly that.
Kilometres long. A lot higher speed than we experienced on the Canning Stock route.
Oh yeah.
And there is. You're going parallel with the dunes most of the time, except for when
you cut up to the plane crash.
Yes. Yeah,
the wreck. Yeah. So then you start going with them, and that's a beautiful drive. That one.
It is. It's so fun because you've been sitting parallel for a while. Right?
And it's not hard for driving, but it's just nice. Like depending on the wind, the dunes are pretty hard, so they're not too bad. But as far as a track, it's not hard as far as wheeling. It's usually in pretty decent condition, and because it services the community, they shut it pretty quickly after rain.
Yeah.
So they don't let it get ripped up very often. So as far as full driving style, it's more of a touring destination, but it's hard work. There are some pretty corrugated sections at times of year. The eastern side, South Australia to Coober Pedy after the border is probably the worst of it. And it comes and goes. Like, there's been sections that we've had previously that have been horrible, and then some seasons they're good and others they're not. So
it's funny, isn't it? I think the time when we did it, there'd been storms just before, so all the rain had washed all the sand in between the corrugations.
Yep.
And I kid you not, it was like WA. It was like people talk about corrugations on the Anne Beadell. What are they talking about?
Well,
across the border.
Yeah.
Different story.
Bang. Yeah, you get past Serpentine Lakes, and it just you get past the Tallaringa Conservation Park, that section that you can't camp in.
Yeah.
That 40, I think it's about 42 k's or something like that.
Is that the Evil Spirits section?
I've heard different versions of it. I've heard of that. I've heard it's just cultural reasons, and then I've heard it's for parks. They just want to not have people camp in it. So
Yeah.
I haven't definitively had an answer from anyone of knowledge as far as, you know, local elder or anything like that. But
usually need a local elder to get the exact story.
yeah, that's it. But it's a beautiful, beautiful section to drive through because, the whole, I reckon the whole trip is some ripping country, and it changes from sand dune country to like that hard gibber, back into sand dune. You get some like rip and spin effects country too. It's stunning stuff.
Yeah, some of the camps I remember, just recall, they were awesome.
Yeah, our favourite would be around the Serpentine Lakes area. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it near one of the water tanks?
Nah, there's just around the Serpentine Lakes you get these massive ghost gums, and then the spin effects. You still got, you know, your red sands.
Yeah.
Just
May have passed that during the night.
yeah. Well,
how many times have you done the Anne Beadell Highway?
I'd say it'd have to be nearly 8. Yeah, it'd have to be nearly 8. I reckon.
Has there been any time where you didn't see camels?
No. And often you're chasing them. Like the last track, I reckon we did about 11 k's before, like just following the bastard.
Yeah.
Like get off the road.
I know.
You're trying to go quicker to try and, you know, like
you try all
puff
kinds
it
of
out
things.
and get it off, and they're endurance beasts.
There is no real method, is there?
Nah, there's not. It's just like I remember there was one trip when I was younger, and we were with the family. We ended up pulling over and having morning tea, having a campfire and everything to like boil the billy, have a cup of tea and all the rest of it, a bit of cake, get back on the road. Half an hour later, we're caught up with it. It's still on the road. So you just, you got to suck it and see it, unfortunately. But there's plenty of
and they run funny too, hey?
Oh, they waddle.
They literally
Four-legged waddle.
They literally walk like cats.
Yeah.
Well, they do. They have the same leg pattern. Like I mean, it might sound strange talking about it, but if you look at a dog or any other mammal, but a cat will walk different. These guys walk the same.
Yeah. No, it's
and they're like looking back at you. Why are you still here?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Spitting all over your car windows. And the rest.
Yes, it's getting close.
Yeah.
So, Mitch, how do you reckon Len Beadell might go with the modern gear these days?
I've been asked this question before, actually, and it's really hard to answer. I remember stories, and obviously I was probably a little young, but I remember hearing of stories where Len was testing out different equipment from equipment suppliers. So I remember this one story about them fitting his Land Rover with a winch. We've got this like technology breaking, like we've got this winch we're going to put on the front of your car. He's like, when am I going to use this? He's like, might be helpful.
Like electrical or PTO?
I couldn't tell you actually. I'd have to go back and verify that one. But big heavy thing.
Yeah.
And I remember he said, he got bogged this one day, and he was like, I'm going to test this thing out, and end up pulling every tree out in the radius of the winch cable. And he was still stuck at the end of it. So, I suppose he was always like no fuss. So bare basics.
Yeah.
He wore the old hobnail boots, but never used to wear socks. So we're talking,
Just explain hobnail boots.
Yeah, like the old school leather, but the bottoms have all been nailed in. Just old school lace ups, lace up boots. These had no laces, and he never used to wear socks until he had to meet up with the dignitaries at one of the different places out bush where he was. So when they were doing some testing out at Emu, he met up with some of the British that were coming in. They're like all the big professors and stuff that were doing all this atomic bomb testing, and he's meeting up with these knighted professors that are popping over, and he's in his hobnail boots with no socks. So he's gone and he's cut the sleeves off one of his long sleeves and pulled it up over his foot and sort of like up his ankle to make it look like he was wearing socks. So if that sort of gives you a bit of a character of the man, his no frills would be my how I'd sort of describe him. So I think everything's got a purpose, and if it's got a purpose and it's genuine, he'd be all over it. But otherwise, he'd be bare basics.
I get the feeling that he probably wouldn't see traveling in 2025 with all the stuff that people bring now as I don't think he'll see it as cheating, right? I think
not
he'll
at
see it as unnecessary.
Maybe, but I think technology's come a long way. Like for him, it was like, what could he carry in his car, and what could his car handle him carrying? So now technology's come so far that things are getting so much lighter. I don't think he'd turn his nose up to some of the little creature comforts as long as they were going to last. I think that was his purpose. Like it had to last because he was out there for so long at a time that he needed something that wasn't disposable, I suppose. So, yeah. But
so with like the Anne Beadell Highway and Tanami Desert, you just come down. Do you want to tell us about your Ranger, just to jump off here, because I've got a question about your possible choice in future to do with the Anne Beadell Highway, because I think a place that you've been 8 times, you would have a very good indication on what might seem as a risk or not. So let's see, first and foremost, tell us what happened to your Ranger recently.
Yeah, so we've been up, as I said, we did the Tanami up to Kununurra, across the Gibb River Road into Broome. We've spent a heap of time around the Dampier Peninsula and down, a bit of time over the Ningaloo and out to Karajini to find that on our way back to the Ningaloo, we've cracked our rear diff housing. So as I said, we've got a 2024 Ford Ranger V6 dual cab with a tray, so we're all with a full GVM upgrade. So it's all in spec, so it shouldn't happen. Yeah. But it did. It's actually the second Ranger diff housing that we've cracked. The first one we did was the tail end of the Anne Beadell last time we crossed it.
Okay. Did it crack the same place?
Different. Our suspension, and we won't name the company, failed, and on the very last section, and just not knowing where it had failed, and it maybe been on me for the last being a couple of days out of camp, out of Cuba, and getting a bit blasé and probably not checking. So I take a bit of ownership on that myself. But yeah, just put some all the pressure instead of the suspension doing the work, just all straight through the diff housing. So that was cracked along the axle lines. Yeah. This one was in the bell of the diff housing, just
where all the torque's happening.
Yeah. So yeah, this one probably is. I'm a bit more disappointed, and it gets me a bit more this one than the last one. Our last Ranger PX Mark II was heavy, like rooftop tent, all the bits, everything.
Yeah, and this is like the newer Ranger. So do you feel like are diffs different?
Yeah, they're different. They're different housing. I'm not sure about the internals, but the housing is definitely a different.
Interesting. Yeah. So where's the car now?
The car's sitting in Geraldton Ford. It's all covered under warranty, but it's going to could be another 3 or 4 months before we get it back. They're waiting on parts from wherever they make the diffs these days, Thailand probably.
It's interesting, isn't it? So 3 to 4 months waiting on parts for a car that's been around for how long?
Well, the first next gens came out 23, 22. So
that's a couple of years. So it just puts it into perspective for people who are questioning like the newer cars, like the Prado and the Grenadier, or the new 2.870 or the new whatever. Yeah, it's likely going to be in the same boat.
Yeah, big time. And I suppose it doesn't matter if you're doing the Anne Beadell, the Canning, the Gibb River, the crossing the Simpson, you're doing the QA line or whatever. The knowing what car you got, but also knowing how am I going to get it out if it can't do the crossing, or where's my next point of call. So for the Anne Beadell, the tow truck runs out of Laverton, so you've got, as long as you've got reception or you've got some sort of communication style, whether it's satellite or Starlink or whatever, you can get a tow truck out of Laverton or Cuba if you're closer to that space. And it's going to cost you. Yeah, like there's a fee in that. That's not a cheap tow truck.
Well, that's hopefully what the insurance company is going to cover.
So you got to be prepared. You be prepared as possible, as best as possible, and then go from there. But yeah, I'm not one to shy away. Like I've done the Anne Beadell twice solo with my wife Jess.
Was that one of the best drums?
Oh, amazing! Like there's just no one else around. It's just you and your partner, and You know, we've been out there and run into people that are doing it by themselves. You know, whether it's in a Troopy or a Discovery or Defender or whatever it happens to be. So you just got to know where help is. So if whether you're running an 80 series or a brand new car, I think the same preparation tips are the same.
Yeah. So just put us into the location of where the car cracked and what you had to do to get it to Geraldton. Were you close to a highway or anything?
No, so we pulled into Ballara Station Stay to camp the night, and was unhooking our hybrid camper and noticed there was some sort of oil splashed up on the stone stomper, and diff oil has like that diff oil smell to it.
Yeah.
So as soon as I touched my finger, I knew straight away what it was, and I put my head under and I could see it sitting on the bottom of the sort of the bell. Unhooked and moved that out the way, and then got my head under and a bit of a rag and could find it pretty well straight away. So it's just right up underneath. It's just in a weird spot. Not really sure sort of whether it's a casting problem with the way they've made cast the shape of the product, but.
Oh, so it's not like on a weld or anything?
Nah, it's not on a weld line. It's just,
Interesting, yeah. So it's just...
I could give Jaden a photo if he wants to chuck it over the video. But, that's the bit that didn't make sense was where it cracked. But Ford's been really good. Like, I've got to give it to them. So we got to Ballara, got on the ringer to Geraldton, and they said that, look, you got to go through customer care. Gave them a call. They initially were really great. Yep, we'll sort it out. We'll get a tow truck and we'll tow it to Port Hedland. And I was like, whoa, that's 680 k's north of where we are, and we're heading south. Hold your horses. And eventually talked them into heading it down to Geraldton, which is closer to where we're heading anyway. So
yeah, how far would that have been?
740. So it's just her computer told her that Port Hedland was the closest, and that was what their regulations said that they had to do, or policy. So eventually all common sense prevailed, and it got sent to Geraldton. So a tow truck picked up a loan car from us from Geraldton. Oh,
and took it to you?
Yeah, drove it to Ballara. We swapped cars essentially, and then they took the Ranger back, and it'll sit there until such time as it's fixed, I think. So
yeah, cool. That's a good result though.
Look, way better than it could be, for sure. Yeah.
So did Ford supply the car then?
Yeah. So essentially, they'll supply us a loan car, and now that it's been classed as a warranty job, it'll be all covered under there.
Interesting. So I wonder what would happen if they didn't class it as warranty, or if you got...
So the loan car we had until such time as it was assessed. Yeah. And then if it was assessed as not a warranty job, then we'd have to give the loan car back or take over the cost. The bill, the invoice, I suppose, for the remainder of it.
The old hot potato.
Yeah. So, look, but I think the fix would have been different. Like, if I was talking to Jaden on the way in, we could, if it wasn't a warranty job, I would have cleaned that up and welded that little crack up and got us home. Top a bit of diff oil up in it and keep an eye on it. And we would have been back home, taking it a bit easy. But because it's a warranty job, you got to tick all the boxes and do all the right thing. And when you're talking about a $80,000 car plus whatever we've done to it, so north of 130, you want to make sure you're getting it covered under the.
Yeah, bit different though. Had you been like in the middle of the Canning or the middle of the Anne Beadell, you would have had to have done something. Yeah,
100%. You would have. Well, we would have got through, I think, but you would have had to keep a really close eye on it and really nurse it.
Yeah,
Canning may be a little different. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on it. And it's small enough that, it was only really leaking when it got hot. But yeah, sometimes you got to baby those things and keep an eye on. And that's the beauty of getting under your car every day and just having a look. What's different?
So what are you looking at now? And is this the reason why you're looking at another vehicle?
A little bit. I suppose when we built the Ranger, we knew it wasn't going to be we weren't going to have the car forever. I think those days are gone where someone buys a car and you run it into the ground. I don't think, especially with newer technology in cars these days, I think you buy a car, new and you might get 4 years out of it and then you turn it over.
Yeah.
And now, we've got a daughter now, and I would definitely set up my canopy completely different, especially now that I'm towing, completely different to what I have now. So
In what way?
I wouldn't go a full canopy. And I know you've been toying with this half canopy, full canopy. I wouldn't go a full canopy. I'd probably go a 3/4.
Interesting. I
And
thought
the
the
way
other way around.
the way I'd fill the inside would be different.
Okay.
Um,
So one would naturally think that you would go a bigger canopy because you now have more people, right?
yeah,
You got to carry more stuff.
but I've got a camper trailer to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got
and we've picked a camper trailer. It's got a really low. It's really light, but it's got a really good weight carrying capacity, so we can load that up. And we'll still be under our GCM for our car, so we're all good there. But I don't have to carry the weight around all the time.
Yeah, you're not putting the stress on the car.
So
on
when
the
we're
trailer on
going
the car.
touring and we're dropping the camper off and we want to go adventuring,
Yeah.
I'm not lugging all that weight everywhere, which is what we used to do when we rooftopped it, right? You're living out of your car, so everything's in it, all your gear, your recovery, your tools, your spares, your sleeping, your fuel, your food, your water, your booze, if you're into that, like all of that stuff is all in your vehicle, and that's weight. So if we don't have to lug that around, why would you? So yeah, we would definitely set the canopy up differently on whatever car we go next. One thing I love about the Ranger is the power. It's a beautiful car to drive. It's not particularly light, but it's a beautiful car to drive. It's got plenty of power, handles really nicely, tows like a dream. The V6 motor and the 10-speed gearbox is a stunner. Love it. So whatever I go to next has got to be similar.
Okay. So the new Super Duty has the same engine.
Yeah.
Same gearbox.
Yeah.
It's longer, it's bigger, it's heavier, but it can do more. Does it have more power?
Well, I feel like they've worked the motor or at least tweaked it somewhat. I feel like it's got more torque than power because it's designed to carry weight.
Okay.
So it'd be interesting to see.
So the power's the same.
I think it's similar from what
Okay.
I've seen.
But the torque is higher by
Yeah.
how much?
Oh, I couldn't.
Do we know, Jade?
Yeah, we'd have to have a look. Do you got the stat sheets there, Jades?
Getting the stat sheets.
Is that in the run sheet, the stat sheet?
Yeah, you got 600 newton meters of torque on the Super Duty. Let's say the XLT is 500.
Yeah,
and that's
okay.
the 3 litre, same
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah,
So
same engine. So 100
power's,
more newton.
power's the same.
Interesting.
It just comes in at a lower RPM.
Oh.
Yeah, so low torque. Yeah.
And the torque comes in a little bit lower as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they both just come in a bit lower. Power's the same, but torque is about 100 newton meters more.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
it'll be interesting to see how they got that. And there's been look, there'll be people listening that have got V6 Rangers that have had issues. The motors, there's been a range of different issues with the motors. And you get that with any car, and you hear of them maybe a little bit more when there's so many of them sold and on the market. And that just the problem sounds bigger than maybe what it is. But there are problems, let's not hide away from that. So it'll be interesting to see if Ford fix those issues.
Yeah. It's usually the early problems that carry on the doubts.
Yeah.
Whereas, a lot of those problems would have been put out, so
Yeah.
they've been stamped out. So,
And I'm not an engine nuffy by any stretch, but I know that's an old platform that's been worked, and it's been in a bunch of different cars over the years. So yeah, are they pushing an old engine too far? I don't know. I don't know the answers. Some of these are just questions.
Yeah, I mean, no, they're good questions.
so this new Euro 7 coming out, is the Super Duty not affected because it's in this different range?
Potentially. I think, did someone tell me it had AdBlue?
Yeah, it does have AdBlue.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
It'll come
Yeah.
in under. They
I
won't
think
be-
all cars are going to have AdBlue.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
It sort of came in and then it sort of like fizzled out a bit, and now it's it seems to be.
It's just a
back
standard
in.
feature on all these new cars now. AdBlue.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
DPF plus AdBlue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next thing going to be?
I can't wait to see the
Oh,
first
electric
AdBlue
full
delete.
drives. Yeah. AdBlue delete.
Add
Be a few
green.
videos on that.
Yeah, that's the YouTube would run it hot.
Yeah.
Very hot.
But yeah, I was talking to the service manager at Geraldton, and he was telling me about I was sort of chewing his ear off a bit, knowing that we just cracked a diff housing, and that they've got this Super Duty coming out with the same motor, same gearbox. And I just said, like, what's to say that's towing 4.5 ton or rated 4.5 ton isn't going to do the same thing? He said, mate, they're complete. Like the running gear underneath is completely different.
Yeah.
He said the chassis on a Ranger would average 3.5 to 4 mil. On a Super Duty, they're looking at minimum 6 millimeters for their chassis thickness. So, like, really beefing it up. He said if all the photos make it look, reasonably large. He said people just think it's like a big Ranger.
Yeah.
He said it's approximately the same size as a Raptor, but slightly bigger.
So it's a bit like an F truck.
Yeah, sort of like an F-150, I suppose, but like mini F-150. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be really interesting to see where it sits in the market too.
I think, yeah. Like, I personally think it's going to kill the pig because the price range is coming in.
Yeah. 100 grand, I think it was.
82,990 for the single cab.
Yeah.
86,490 for the super cab, and 89,990 for the dual cab.
Yeah, right.
But that's just like
That's
starting.
the entry
That's
one,
basic.
right?
Yeah.
So what is the top model worth?
No. I mean, those are
They're just the price they've given us so far.
yeah. Pretty
Oh,
much.
yeah, okay. So
That'd be
I haven't got that yet.
that'd be a spec one.
And that price might change too,
Yeah.
Well, you've got extras. You've got like on-road costs and all that kind of stuff. So
the
it'll go up.
the
That's not-
testing
yeah.
the testing they did was pretty unreal. Like they pretty much just chucked it in the mud. They just went hard. So from all reports, like I don't know, they're building a new beast. So it'd be interesting to see. The guy from Geraldton said the sales have been like running hot on them. So
Yeah, and they're not even released yet.
no,
Well, I mean, it's the same as a 250 Prado. That hadn't been released yet, and the sales were going nuts.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Well, I've just
engine-
got too many questions about the engine. That's all.
Well, I've got questions about the gearbox actually.
Yeah.
When I-
10-speed auto.
Yeah. So when I borrowed my mate's, I was close to overheating the gearbox. I had to pull up for a while. And all I did was low range driving in sand. Had the correct tyre pressures, did the same thing I did in every other car. In
Yeah.
fact, I was being a little bit gentler to it because I just busted the tyre on it and the rim beforehand. Straight away it just blew on Wilbinga Road.
Oh shit.
And just weakest piss tyres
Yeah.
when they come out with. But
Yeah.
just unfortunate. So I was a little bit more cautious than normal.
Yeah.
And this thing was, it was in the orange
Yeah, right.
going towards the red. And at that point I was like, shit, like this needs a transcooler.
Yeah.
Did you put one on yours?
Yeah, we put one on straight on. So from factory,
Okay.
transcooler.
Factory option one? Or?
Nah, ours was I can't even remember what brand it was. Should know that.
Yeah. Well, it
They
works.
gifted it to us too.
It must have worked. You're being bogged
But
with
it's been
trailer.
great.
And,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. So, that was fantastic to get on straight away. Catch can and a pre-fuel filter too. But our gearbox has been great. We haven't ever seen the needle move, and we've worked it pretty hard. But
Yeah.
that's my question. I just want to know how it's going to perform, and time will tell. Like we just got to wait and see. So
Yeah.
but yeah, get back, I suppose, to what our next car would be. I suppose I've always had this piece in my head where I've got this heritage of my grandfather who was Land Rover, and that story, and this sort of like, I'm a bit of a tech guy. I like techie things, and I really like the Ranger with the tech in it. I like the infotainment system. I'm driving a lone Hilux at the moment, and that thing's like I've gone back 30 years. Like,
Should take my 76
Toyota.
out for a ride,
tell
mate.
you what, honestly. And that's brand new. Like it did 50 Ks when we picked it up. So I'd hate to know what the old ones were like.
So
But,
just going back on the Ranger, did you find it frustrating you had to go through the infotainment screen to press the diff locker? And then you get that delay, and then you press it again, and then it comes on. Now you press it off.
oh, nah, they've changed. They must have changed that since that new one because I've got a button. Yeah.
Oh.
So I've got a diff lock, and I can turn all my traction control off.
Oh, thank fuck for
Yeah,
that.
all that sort of stuff.
That
so,
was doing my head in.
They
Yeah.
must have listened to you, mate.
yeah.
I
So I can go.
don't- yeah.
I can go
A
too
lot of people
high,
complain.
too high for all, 4 high, 4 low, and I can put my diff lock in all all options.
Okay.
So it's good. Drives like that. That diff lock button is my get out of trouble free card. Like it just it works brilliantly.
Yeah, it just changes
So
everything.
yeah, like it's a high benchmark. Look, I understand I've cracked at diff housing, but whatever I drive next has to tow well, it has to drive well. And I've loved the look of the Ineos. That's why that Land Rover, tech thing. Like I think that sits in a really nice spot.
So, but
I
then
just wanna-
I just want to bring it back before you start talking about Ineos. Then, what about Land Rover then?
Well, yeah, I think they've gone. So if I'd go to an older. I'd go to an old Defender or something and go backwards. But I think I still want to do that eventually, and that'd be a bit of a hobby, bit of a toy.
But what about the new ones?
Nah, I think they've gone too far.
What do you reckon Len Beadell would drive today?
Not a Land Rover. He'd probably be in a. Yeah, probably still be because the family car after the Land Rovers were Troopies, because they had 3 kids and they were going bush, so they had
Yeah, so they still have how many spare seats? 5.
yeah. So
Bench seats.
and then a bit of fitted out, and then all the swags and all the rest of it on the roof. So
Oh, yeah,
so
that would've been
I think
perfect
it'd
car.
probably be in a Land Cruiser of some sort.
Yeah. So Ineos Grenadier, Quartermaster.
Yeah, well, I just love the look of them. They've got a bit of old school charm with that, the old Land Rover sort of shape, and then new world technology. And I haven't driven it. Like, admittedly, I've not driven one yet, so I'm pretty keen to, and just see what it's like. Because that V6 motor,
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man.
8-speed gearbox,
Yeah.
just on the numbers, like Jaden might be helping you out. What's the?
Oh, gee, I can't even remember now. There's too many car specs I've been looking at, but I think it's like 550 Newton meters.
550, yeah, for the diesel.
Yeah.
183 kilowatts of power.
So pretty similar to Ranger.
Yeah.
Pretty comparable. So yeah.
But also it's also detuned as well. So it's not the same as what they have in the. It's the same motor, but they've detuned it to the one that's in the X5.
Okay. Yeah,
So
because
the
it's
X5
BMW,
BMW?
V6 in it.
Yeah. But it's interesting. I've just put this big canopy on the back. I've put 250 extra litres total of fuel in it. So I've added a lot of weight to the back, and it can still take off like a rocket ship.
Yeah, nice.
Just after that first rotation.
Yeah. I was listening to your episode today. You were talking about up the dunes and struggling up the dunes.
Oh, yes. So that's to do with the system. And I actually,
Have you figured that out? Because I do not have that issue in my Ranger at all.
well, that's an ABS fuse you got to find.
What I do, okay, right. What I do have in the Ranger, which gives me the irrits, is if you're like bogged and you're in low range, you put your foot down in the accelerator and you've got traction control off. Sometimes the engine will go, but nothing will happen. Like it's just waiting for something to get moving. Especially if you've got we'll have max tracks. I was doing that recovery out at the creek bed on the Tanami, and the first one, and it seemed to be an issue on the first one actually. But got the max tracks in, ready to go. Foot in the accelerator, and you can hear it revving up. Nothing happened. I'm like, window down. I'm like, the wheels turning, Jess? She's like, no. I'm like, all right, reverse. Same thing, revving up, but the wheels aren't doing anything until it starts to feel maybe a bit of slip. So I think they say your traction control is off, but it's probably not fully
It's
off.
still working in the
It's
background.
reduced probably.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's waiting for some sort of movement and then as soon as you start to get a little bit, then it starts to take off. But that was giving me because back in the day, manual, low one, put your foot down, you got drive to your wheels. So
Yep.
that's the only thing with new cars is the technology that gets in the way sometimes.
And there's so many people that have 200 series and stuff, and they'll get bogged, and they just don't understand why. And it's not that they're poor drivers or anything. It's just they don't realise that that traction control, you got one press, and then you got to press and hold again to get it out.
Same in the Ranger. Same in the Ranger. So,
but there's no option of that in the Ineos Grenadier.
right, okay,
So you'd have to put a diff locker on.
yeah.
To get out of that. It's the only way.
Yeah, a diff locker is almost thing now with especially newer four drivers have been a thing of the past. Like everyone was having air lockers and e lockers and all those sort of things, especially on their patrols and Land Cruisers and stuff.
People are still putting heaps of lockers in. I'm telling you.
Yeah, so gonna have to look back, but definitely if I was looking at a car tomorrow, it'd be a tough I'd have to drive, and I'd probably even wait until the Super Duty came out just to see what it'd be like. But I do enjoy the range.
Yeah. Will you be at the Adelaide show?
We'll be at the Adelaide Full Drive Show for sure.
All right. Well, if we get there a day early,
Yep.
We'll catch up, take the car for a drive.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good. Enjoy that.
It'd have all the weight on it.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's a true test. Sometimes driving them straight off the showroom floor is not super accurate. So.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to have a lot of weight on it.
A lot of weight.
So before we jump to something else, we needed to jump to the... Is there something we need to go to, Jaden?
No, mate, you're doing great. No,
I don't
keep
normally normally control this stuff. So.
Mate, you're doing a great job. I'm impressed. You've done well. On the radar, we've done the main topic. Around the fire pit next, I think Mitch has got some things for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got a question here.
Hit me.
So with the modern conveniences and how we do things these days, what is something you think that Len would advise people in the method of camping full driving that is now outdated? And how would you kindly tell them that it's outdated?
How would I tell my own grandfather that his advice is outdated?
So he's sitting there and he's telling you some old school advice that's no longer necessary.
I actually don't think there is any. I think
of the simple stuff.
when he was doing lots of his talks, especially at full drive clubs, it was his message behind all his stories was just about being prepared. That's a really tough question, Ron.
Park that thought right now, and, and if you think of something, we'll come back to it.
I'll chime back in.
Yeah,
that'll stew away.
Yeah, be a good sticky spot to put it in.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, Granddad. Well, you don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just trying to think what his reaction would have been.
So back in the day, I understand that they used to do fuel drops when they had enough fuel for travellers to come later, right? So there was this code of like, let's help other travellers out that might come through. Like we have surplus of fuel, or we brought extra and we put it here.
Yeah,
because I often used to say navigate by the fuel drops.
Sometimes. So if Len had gone ahead and done some pre-calculations, then there'd be markers in place and bits and pieces would be done in stages. So he was always ahead of the grader. But the finer details of some of that stuff, I knew that they did have, some excess fuel that would have been left and, first in best dress potentially. But whether it was the intention to show you some goodwill, couldn't tell you. I couldn't confirm for you, but
So the fuel that arrives at Ilkirka,
yep,
that comes from the Nullarbor, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
From the south and heads up. Yeah.
Crosses the transcontinental.
Yeah. Have you ever had a situation where, I mean, you obviously have all prepared and you know who to talk to and you've probably got more contacts than most people would have through the region. So have you ever been aware of like a time where fuel was so low that shit, we can't do this trip?
Well, they never used to supply fuel to the public. So crossing when I was younger, and I was only a passenger, but
you had to carry everything.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a lot of fuel.
Yeah. So it's just about driving to the conditions and that would actually be a very cool situation to navigate. That's a challenge because you can't really deviate. No.
Or if you do, you got to calculate for it beforehand.
Well, for sure. And probably heading west, a lot of the trips that we used to do was Cuba to Laverton west. The one we did a couple of years ago was the first time I did west to east. But going west towards Laverton, you can drop down. There's a couple of drop downs you can go to along the transcontinental. So there was a siding called Cook you can get to, and then you can go down Neil Junction and then head down that way if you need to. Rawlina. Yeah. Maralinga was a little more accessible a while back, so they used to have fuel sometimes if you were in a pickle. But definitely, got to be prepared. And I think Ilkirk has hit that gap. And there was a period of time where they opened. When was that? I think it was recently, actually. And I don't even know if they're doing fuel now. But when because it was closed for a period, after the rains, and the grader was leaving Laverton, was working across pretty slowly, and then it rained again, so
Yeah.
had to go backwards and do it. And then when they opened it, Laverton, Ilkirka just said, look, the road's open, but we don't have it. We're only supplying fuel to the locals. So
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so if you're going to do it, it's on you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 1,350 Ks, I suppose. Yeah.
Mm.
Trying to carry as much as you can. And
Yeah, it would, for me now, it will mean estimating 2 jerrys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good safe margin because I
Yeah,
should
for
make
sure.
it without.
Yeah. Yeah. We got across with one with our old Ranger. So
With 1 jerry.
one Jerry. We had one left coming into Cuba.
How much fuel did he have with you?
So we had 140 in the Ranger, and then 140, and then 2 jerry cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 160 we used.
That's pretty efficient.
Oh, but we did fill up in Ilkirka. Did a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we used 160 plus 140. So what's that? 300? Does that math work out, Jen? Yeah, good. It's getting late in the afternoon.
It's the evening now.
About 300 litres to do the 1,300.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We got close to...
Were you towing?
Nah, that was just us on the rooftop.
Yeah.
But we took our time. Like some days we only drove 2 hours and found another site. And, this looks like a good campsite. We'll pull up here. So we didn't have a time limit. I think we did the whole track in about 10 days.
Yeah. So you like pulling up to camp early and just chilling out, and what does that look like? Do you walk around? Do you explore on foot?
Yeah. We go for a walk. Definitely set up camp and go for a suss around for firewood. And then go for a walk around. Go find a sand dune and walk up to watch the sunset or that sort of stuff. And especially as a family, that was always the case.
What time of the year we're talking?
Always used to cross it around June, July. So my old girl's a teacher as well, so it was always school holidays. It was the best time as a family to head across, and we did the same last time we headed across. It was July. So always good time of year, nice and warm days, cool nights.
What's the hottest time you've done it?
It was an October trip. Yeah.
Look out, Jaden.
I know. I'm just preparing absolute no jumpers, no nothing.
Nah.
Just
Well, you need a jumper at night time.
Yeah.
It gets fresh.
now I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Take a jumper.
Always bring a
definitely.
All over the
jumper.
place.
Yeah,
Even if you
it
don't
doesn't
think
matter
so.
how bush you think you're going. Always bring a jumper in the bush.
I'm just keen to get out onto get a bit of desert heat.
Yeah,
the
you
heat
get
in
it,
Perth
don't
is completely different to the heat you get up there. Like Pilbara heat's different.
Yeah.
You're not going that high, remember too. You're
Yeah.
already going a little bit higher than where you are, but it's
through-
dry.
yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
dry.
But through that interior, man, it can get so
different
hot.
heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keen. My aircon's going to absolutely crap the bed, but
Yeah.
I'm keen.
Windows down.
Yeah, windows down. Yeah.
Get the flies in.
Well, I've
You'll
got
be right.
the roll windows as well, so I'll be
Yeah.
doing a lot of.
Don't be too
Yeah,
close
exactly.
to me then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that big box on the back's going to make a dust storm, mate.
Yeah, I might have to take the lead, mate.
Yeah.
Might have to take the lead.
Yeah, well.
I've got 6 spotlights on the top of my car.
Nighttime driving.
You
Nighttime driving.
expecting some nighttime driving, eh?
No,
What
actually,
are you
not with
crossing
you,
in?
mate.
Aren't you crossing in? I saw your planning video and I forgot. Was it 5 days, 6 days?
Yeah, 7 maybe?
7
I think
days.
it's a 7 or 8.
Could be
Okay.
6 actually.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah, maybe.
We are
yeah.
doing a little bit of a rush job.
There will be a couple of stints that we'll do at night. It just depends on how it goes this evening getting there to start with.
Yeah.
Because something always bloody happens.
Yeah.
Something will happen.
Because you're going Laverton to Lake Yo Lake, and then
Yeah.
you're going to New Junction.
Mhm.
They're easy days.
Yeah. Not when you're filming though.
No, I mean, but Laverton to Lake Yo, that's even
Oh,
we were filming.
yeah.
That's 3 hours.
Unless you do a
Lake Yo to
unless you
New
do a
Junction and
detour
stuff.
to Lake Yo and then
Yeah, we're doing all that too.
you realise, oh shit, it's
yeah.
soft and you get bogged and
Yeah, the day that we did the plane crash, we didn't allow to do the plane crash, and so we didn't leave enough time. So we pulled in the camp a bit later that night. But
have you stayed at a plane?
no, I haven't camped at the plane. Bit noisier here. That I've heard rumours that it's and
Yeah.
Bit spooky.
yeah.
The
Well,
tu-
animals get caught up in it and die off in the plane, and then other animals feed on it. So
Right.
bit of that too. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
every
What a
year I
spot.
go there, there's less on it though.
Yeah, that's what's disappointing. People
Yeah.
are just
You
taking
feel like they
bits
want a
and
souvenir.
pieces.
And, and look, fortunately, there's a breed of people out there that get out there and souvenir all the signposts and all that too. Like,
Yeah.
just, get a life. So,
Yeah, I don't see the point. Yeah, check this out,
Yeah.
man. It's like, oh, you took that off the bloody road. That's a bit,
yeah.
I'm
Well,
sure
as a
they'll get it
family, we've gone and replaced all of Len's original signposts. Like, we still hand stamp them. My auntie does that, Auntie Connie. Still hand stamps them as like he would, but they're all the ones out there now are replicas because
Yep.
people kept pinching the originals, and we didn't think as a family want to keep the originals, or preferably would want to keep them out there, but
Yeah. Fortunately, you have to put a big ugly cage or something around it. to do
yeah,
that.
or just safety screws and theft-proof screws and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's disappointing, but
So, is there a annual pilgrimage by your family?
Probably every second year we do. So the last trip we did was Sandy Blight, which was last year. So we did that while Jess was heavily pregnant. That's a beautiful trip, like shorter, but some stunning country up that way.
Yeah.
So stunning, goes from the old section of the gun barrel just out of Warrakerna, just north of Warrakerna, and then goes up to just past Kintor,
Yeah.
went to the Gary Junction Road, and then you just head back in. So we did a bit of a loop, stunning country, ripping trip. Yeah. real
So
good.
you're going up and then around and down.
Yeah, so lots of people do it on the way to the start of the Canning. You can go. Which way did we go? We went Yalara, crossed Docker River, Warrakerna, and then up the Sandy Blight, then across back into the West McDonald Ranges into Alice and home.
Oh, nice. So you
That's-
pass the meteor crater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was about 3 weeks, and then but heaps of people do the Sandy Blight and then head left and then go into Belluna or something like that. Don't have the map in front of me. Can't remember.
Yeah.
One of the towns there near the
Yeah.
start of the Canning. So and then they do the Canning.
Yeah, Willuna.
Willuna, that's
Yeah,
one.
Willuna,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because, so you're going on the Gun Barrel Highway
Yeah.
to Willuna, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Grace Central will go down to Leonora.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to confuse me
Yeah.
a long time ago. It was like, is Willuna and Leonora and Laverton, is that in the same place?
Carnegie? Where's that? Yeah. So,
Oh, man, I struggle to say Carnegie properly. Every time I try and explain it to someone, you just said it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it might have been the last podcast, eh? I don't know.
Yeah, mate, all the time.
It was?
That's
Oh,
all right.
shit.
Mate, all right, well, let's move on to around the fire pit.
Let's do it.
Actually, so, yeah, imagine doing the Anne Beadell Highway or any desert track that Len Beadell has blazed through, but you're doing it in a 1950s car with all the 1950s style. What would be the one thing that would make you go, oh my God, nah, I don't want to do this particular thing? What's one thing going to be missing? Because we're talking no aircon, we're talking no fridges, we're talking you don't have much. What's the one thing that's going to get to you the most?
Like, I think I'd survive, but I love, and my wife will attest to this, but I love a cold beer. Like, especially after a day on the road and, driving through and you're just watching the sunset. Like, I just really enjoy, you set up your camp, really enjoy sitting around the fire, watching the sunset with a cold beer. So I'd survive, but probably that. That might be a bit sad, to be honest, but that or a steak. Do enjoy a steak too, so not having a fridge would be probably it.
It might have to be salted.
Yeah, dry brine will go. Bit of jerky, I suppose, but probably a fridge these days. As I said, I could go without it. There's plenty of good canned food out there, but yeah, other than that, they'd probably. I think I could go the rest. No aircon, that's all right. Windows down.
Should we do it one day?
Yeah, I reckon.
Do a 1950s trip?
Yeah.
What, no fridge, no nothing, no modern stuff.
No.
That's basically how
Yeah.
I live now, mate, in the 76.
It's pretty flash though.
No, you
You've
have
got to
a
get
fridge.
a Series 1 Land Rover
From the
or
outside.
the old Parenti in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a stereo. You got a fridge.
Have you chatted to the Seriously Series boys?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking, right? Like,
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he has a fridge, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he's got the same thing he needs to have that you need to
yeah.
have.
The
This-
fridge is a great answer.
It's that one
Yeah.
cold beer.
It's just what,
Seriously.
that's all. Even if it was a ration and I could only have the one, that's all I want.
Yeah, the fridge.
And not every day, maybe just once a week.
You'd be looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
definitely. So, look, I think I could survive. But if I
Yeah.
if I had to call one thing, it'd probably be the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. That will probably get me to crack a beer again.
Yeah. What's
Mate,
what would be yours?
Seriously.
Throw that back to you, Ronnie. What would be yours?
I think it'll be the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be just having that something cold.
Cold brew.
Yeah. I think iced coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not having milk, actually.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Not having, or fresh eggs.
Well,
So I think this is where the fridge
yeah.
comes in.
Fridge. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause-
Powdered eggs. That's no good.
No.
No, they're no
That's
I can go
that's
one
dust.
or the one without the other, but yeah, there's always that one thing. Otherwise, it's going to be hard. You need something to look forward to,
Yeah.
and I think that's that one thing. So there might have to be some challenges that are completed, and then you get to have that one thing.
Ooh, here we go.
I'm fabricating.
Food challenge.
I'd struggle without music.
Wait.
Without a stereo or a speaker or anything, I'd
No 12
struggle
volt.
without that.
No 12
yeah.
volt setup.
No.
It's interesting. I thrive with music, but I can drive across to Sydney and not listen to one song.
There you go.
Yeah.
When are you going to Sydney next?
Well.
Might have to do a
You
challenge
must have
for
some
you.
pretty loud thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think a lot. Yeah.
The problem is
When
my
I'm-
thoughts are too loud.
If I'm
Yeah.
sitting here and I look vacant, there's overdrive
It's
going on
ticking.
in the head. Yeah,
It's ticking.
Never stops, mate.
All right, I'm
wait.
getting my notes up because I've
have
formulated
it.
some questions for you for Round the Fire.
okay.
Yeah.
I better shut this then because
Yeah,
I had
you
more.
can put the
but-
run
Yeah.
sheet away, you're done.
So jump in, Jaden, too, because I want to hear your answers here.
All right.
What do you reckon is the most overrated full drive modification?
Oh, I was about to say Kia.
What, the Tasman?
Rooftop tent.
Rooftop. There we go. Why do you think it's overrated? Weight, size.
Weight, wind resistance, price. When you can swag it on the ground.
Yeah.
Do you think it's overrated, though?
Yeah, I do.
You don't think it's just rated fine? Like, do people overrate the rooftop tent?
Look, it's to me. It's
yeah.
overrated.
But yeah.
And look, I understand to others, complete different view on it,
Mm.
and I can appreciate that. They'll be like, "Why the fuck would I sleep in the dirt in a swag?" You know what I mean? I just like the swag.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to go back to just swagging it. So looking forward to that.
That's tough because I was going to say rooftop tent as well.
Were you really?
Yeah.
But you got one.
I know, and I think I miss the swag. Genuinely miss the
Are
swag.
you bringing a rooftop tent to the Anne Beadell?
Yeah.
Johnny Campbell's out there for Jaden's
Mate,
liking.
old man's got to sleep somewhere.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
You're going to cuddle.
Oh, you're bringing it just for your dad.
Well, I'll bring it. If he doesn't use it, I will. Well, what's the point of having a rooftop
You
tent
got a
if
rock,
you're not
paper,
using
scissors.
it? I'm
Who's
not
in the
just going
swag?
to leave
Who's
it
in
at
the
home.
rooftop? Love that.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors it.
I
Can't
was
just leave
running
it
out of
at
max
home.
tracks we could use it.
That's it.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
know. I do enjoy the swag.
So rooftop. There you go.
Yeah,
I was going to
that's
say in the modern market, mine would be the locker.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just think they're done now.
Interesting.
Really?
Most modern four drives are coming out with lockers, whether they're e-lockers or standard diffs lockers or, yeah.
What if it's front and rear?
As far as like as a aftermarket accessory.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think some cars probably still warranted maybe, but in the modern, I reckon in the modern industry, four drive industry.
Yeah.
Um,
Are you,
yeah.
Are you looking at, in a sense of, for example, the 250 Prado, but also the Ford Ranger, you activate the rear locker, the front is not going to help you anymore. So it cancels the other system, right? Is that the sort of, are you looking at it in that sense as well?
Or a little bit, yeah. Since my PX Mark II, like I had a locker in my old car, and you know, like the air locker, where you wait for the compressor to pump it up and it's engaged, beautiful. I can go and climb that mountain. Where my Ranger has just always been the press the button, off we go.
Yeah.
And that's always been like, it is my get out of jail free card. If I can't get up without it, hit that. And there's not much that I haven't been able to do by picking your lines and driving, smart.
Yeah.
So that's I just think the aftermarket locker is for me.
Cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the aftermarket locker.
So this you already answered it because I said 4-drive modification and you guys said rooftop tent. So my next question was, what was the most overrated 4-drive accessory? So let's say your rooftop tent's your accessory. What's your most overrated 4-drive modification? Scrub bars. Weight.
I've got scrub bars.
Yeah. If you go PPF, like paint protection, wrap, like ours is wrapped, yours has got paint protection on it.
Yeah.
What do you need scrub bars for?
Even if you don't.
Yeah.
PPF for me.
Yeah?
Yep.
Overrated.
10 grand.
Okay. Let's say you got a brand new car.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
This is the argument that always gets told to me. It's like, oh, mate, if you've got a brand new car, you got to protect the paint. I'm like, mate, eventually the paint's going to go. Like, I don't have 10 grand to just go, all right, here you go.
That's why there's 100,000 faded maroon 80 series out there.
Yeah, that's true. Imagine if you get a brand new, 80 series, look.
Schmick.
If I got
I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. I think paint protection film is unbelievable. But, I can never justify it to myself to go,
well,
I need it. You spend that extra 10 grand.
If you buy that swag instead of a rooftop, you're halfway there.
Yeah, that's it.
I know, but then I'll be without the most overrated piece of four-wheel drive mods accessories.
All right.
Actually, I've got both of them now. I got the rooftop and scrub bars.
Love that.
It's got the most overrated car in Australia.
Look, just in my opinion.
Yeah,
Right, the 76 probably is the most overrated car.
The 70 series?
Don't you reckon it's the most overrated four-wheel drive?
No, I don't think so because...
I think it's just been on such a successful platform for so long.
Especially the 76. The 76, it has a payload that is unbelievable. Look, mine has a slightly increased one over yours, only because they've changed the numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know how because it's the same
car.
Yeah. But I could almost, 20 kilos shy, put a ton in that car from stock. And it would be under GVM.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very, very good car. But I feel like it might be just slightly overrated.
Yeah.
There you go.
What car isn't though?
Yeah. I feel like Patrols are slightly underrated.
Underrated? I reckon Hilux is overrated.
Hilux is probably overrated,
And I wouldn't have said that 2 weeks ago before
driving
this one. Yeah.
What year is it?
2025.
2025. Brand new.
Brand new. 50 Ks it did.
Jesus.
Gutless. 2.8 litre turbo. It's like...
Shocking.
It's shocking. The gearbox is horrible.
It's an auto?
Good. Auto, yeah. I think it's 6-speed or something like that.
Scrub bars for you as well then? Overrated?
My accessory, overrated accessory, was scrub bars.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Not side steps, scrub bars. Those are little loopy ones.
You need side steps.
Yeah. The loopy ones that go from the bull bar to the steps.
I've got a second one.
Go on.
Rear bar.
Rear bars.
Oh my God. You just got a photo of my car up somewhere and you're just looking
you've
at what I've got on
accessory.
it.
That's not my fault.
Yeah. I think... Depends what you're trying to put on it.
I needed the rear bar for spare jerry cans and to put my 35 tyre on it because it doesn't fit on the
it
barn
does
door.
with a spacer, it does.
Yeah, but then you've got all this weight on the door. I don't like having all the weight on the door. So I just put
Fair enough.
more weight on the back of the car, which changes things.
Yeah, so your nose points up higher and you
exactly.
point everyone in the lights in the eyes with it.
Yeah.
Your headlights when you're driving down the road.
I like it, mate.
I love it. No, we're just pulling you.
No.
All right, let's flip it on its head. What do you think the most underrated full drive accessory is? So accessory, not modification, accessory.
Most underrated. Oh, man. I think it's going to depend on the car, hey. I'd say just because it's Australia, I'd say the extended fuel range.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish more cars came out with better fuel range.
because that's a problem with a lot of cars now.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe the Land Cruisers, but yeah.
Most underrated. That
It's a tough one, man.
I feel like there's so many things that are just rated really well. Like they're just, but something underrated that's.
Let's give you some time. What's yours?
The soft shackle
Yeah.
as a four-wheel drive accessory, I think.
Okay.
I'll
put that in the gear section though.
Well, yep. Well, if we go, my next one was going to be modification, so I don't want to spoil that one yet.
Okay.
Oh my god! I want to get the right answer.
You just get what comes to your mind first.
I'll go underbody protection. There we go. Four-wheel drive accessory, underrated.
Like bash plates and stuff.
Yeah. Quality. None of that flimsy stuff that comes factory.
Pre-fuel filter.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a cheap one too.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough cars with a pre-fuel filter, especially when you're doing like desert travel and that kind of stuff. You just
Yeah. There's some pretty unreliable fuel out there.
yeah.
Or even just
Even in the city,
Yeah.
just a water
mate,
separator.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
never mind like a second filter, but
Yeah.
a water separator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diff breathers as well.
Well,
You
every
just-
car has, and just not raised enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean for mine.
Just fill it full of water.
You have them too, but they're not.
Yeah,
raised
they're not
enough.
raised enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, extended
Yeah.
diff
Yeah.
breathers.
Well,
yeah,
okay, yeah. I think not all cars. I'm pretty sure the Hilux, early Hilux, only had like a little one sitting at diff height.
Yeah,
They
right.
should really be at waiting
Yeah.
height.
Definitely.
Should be higher.
All right, so modification. Most underrated four-wheel drive modification.
Most,
Whether it's mechanical, running gear.
recovery points.
Yeah,
Good
that's a
call.
good one.
Because once you're stuck, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing to hook up to.
yeah. Rated recovery points is a really good one. I like that.
I was going to say mine is suspension, but tailored suspension. So not just a kit you bought off the shelf, says it's going to be real good for me,
Yeah.
but a suspension that's tailored to your car and what you've got on it. So whether you've got front mount accessories and bits and pieces, batteries and extra batteries and bits and pieces, and whatever you have on the rear, stuff that's suited to your car.
You know what? If I could go back in time, I'll pick that one over the recovery points because just yesterday and the day before, I took the Quartermaster for a bit of a drive. I'm buying you time to think now.
Oh yeah, here we go.
So I've got this new suspension in by J-Max, and I wasn't expecting to get the one you can actually adjust from inside the car.
Yeah.
Because I fucking hate adjusting suspension
Yeah.
underneath because I just
Pain
ruin
in
it.
the ass. Yeah.
But with this, I'm able to I'm able to sit there and go, oh, well, let's try this. Let's try that. And holy crap, the difference in how you set the spring rate and all
Yeah.
that, it's like tuning your car. But then now because I added the canopy in the back, I had to
Adjust
change it all.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it goes 0 to 16. So no weight on it, just the tray.
Yeah.
8 and 8. Perfect. I could go around corners that I would be like this on.
Yeah.
The car will be level and the traction control actually kicks in, stopping the car from
Yeah.
sliding. That's how fast I can go around the corner. With the canopy on, I dial it to 4, which stiffens up the rear, and it doesn't have that much body roll.
Yeah.
Obviously can't go at the same speed because then I will be upside down.
On your lid.
You're in trouble,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
So
I like
had I not had this experience in the
Yeah.
last couple of days, yeah.
There are so many cars, and I say because I've just, we've done 14,000 Ks. There's so many cars that either towing or not even towing, they're just like rear end,
Oh my God.
bull bar pointing at the sky.
Yeah.
Like, they've even bought something straight out of the showroom or straight off marketplace and filled it full of stuff. Just get suspension that works.
Yeah, 100%. I even tried to cut the corner and, because I put a different suspension on first, and that was just dog shit.
Yeah. No,
It wasn't enough. Like
Yeah.
the suspension's probably fine I put in, but not for what I wanted to do with
people
it.
cheap out on it. Like there is so much crap on the market. Heaps. So go spend. I just think if you're looking at spending some coin and some on an accessory on your car, spend it on your suspension.
Yeah, but spend as much time on the research, I think.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Don't just throw money after foolishness. So
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
My first thought was actually suspension as well.
Interesting.
you're just stealing everyone else's ideas. You're gonna
Genuinely
have
just based off what Ronnie came in last week and he's like, mate, suspension, I've got this new suspension on my car and it is changing the game. And like, I think you're right. When I got my suspension fixed on my car, it was like driving a completely different car.
yeah.
It was just, I was like, mate, that is unreal.
It's the whole driving experience, isn't it? It's, it's day-to-day travel, handling loads. It's probably as important as picking the right tyre, really.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Right.
I thought tyres as well was the next one. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, good tyres.
make
Good
sure
rubber.
you got the right ones, yeah.
I see tyres as the most obvious mod.
Yeah.
Improvement.
I think
Well-
you see like a lot of people just driving around in like highway terrains or all terrains when you're like, mate, just take the...
Well, there's so many, and vice
next
versa though. There's so many bitchman cowboys out there that
Yeah,
are
we-
rolling in the biggest muddies they can because they look sick.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all about like, and same wheels and tires. It's the biggest impact on the look of a vehicle, so that's where they spend their money. And then, yeah, the car's scraping its tow bar because it can't carry the weight that it's put on the back of it. So
Yeah, which comes down to suspension.
true that. All right, I got 3 more for you. All right, these ones are you got to pick one. So
Okay.
you can't sit on the fence, but you got to pick one.
Should we do
All
rapid?
right.
Let's go.
We'll go rapid. Plan every Sorry, I'll go again. Plan every detail of a trip, or keep it flexible.
Keep it flexible.
Yeah, keep it flexible.
Done. Keep it flexible. Same thing. I think we've booked 3 things this whole 4 months we've been on the road. Burnt snags or a half-cooked damper.
Half-hooked damper.
Burnt snags.
Burnt snags for me.
Yeah.
I've regretted what I said.
Halfway through. All right.
I've had
Beautiful.
one before and it wasn't pleasant.
Oh, yeah.
Last one. This one will. You might fight over your swag or your rooftop up
Here we
over
go.
there, Jades. Mozzies all night or sand in your swag.
Sand in my swag.
Sand in the swag.
Sand in the swag.
Sand in the
100%.
swag so
Yeah.
easily.
Deaf to all mozzies.
Oh, kill them.
Yeah.
There's only
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing worse than mozzies. Ticks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. There was a few of those around Sandy Cape apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the ticks.
Yeah.
They are.
We don't get them in South Australia. It's a Western Australian problem. Well, I think they've got them in the eastern states too, but
Just not in the middle of Australia.
we're good.
Oh, geez.
Come to South Oz.
Must be
Look
nice.
out.
Yeah, it's actually all on that coast there. They're pretty rife, eh? Red ones usually too.
Yeah, they're not nice.
They're easy to spot, the red ones though.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't stop them from being annoying.
No. And you try and squash them in the sand, good luck.
Well, I didn't realise
Yeah.
ticks were spiders. Well,
Yeah,
they're related to spiders. They're
arachnids.
arachnids.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
You got to
realise
get them
that.
off the right way as well, eh?
Yeah.
Because you pull them off, they like leave it in you. Is that ticks? Ticks.
So ticks, you got to like just grab it at the base and pull it straight out.
Yeah.
Trying to squeeze it.
Yeah, otherwise it's like bee stings.
Yeah, like stays in you, right?
Yeah.
They bite or something. Yeah.
Well, if you squeeze it,
Anyway.
it vomits into you.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah, there we go.
I found that out.
We're
the hard way.
digressing.
Yeah. Classic. Mate, that's it.
Ripper,
Yeah.
podcast gold.
No fire pit. Not
Mate,
even
that
one?
was the fire pit.
Around the fire pit.
That was it.
That was a fire.
that
pit.
was the
chucking-
fire pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mitch has given us the questions.
Well,
I like that.
got to swing it both ways.
That is true. That is true.
Oh shit! I've got to wrap it up, don't I?
I was just disappointed no one was getting jacked off today.
Oh, you mean like
Well,
jacked
actually,
off?
you're jacking off with your canopies now.
No, they get hoisted off.
Assisted lifting.
Assisted lifting canopies.
See, when I take it off, it's usually to put another one on, and I have to go to a place where there is a gantry to do it. So
Yeah.
you know,
So you're not quite jacking off the
There's no
canopy.
jacking.
Sorry, your canopy's not a jack off.
well, they don't have time for me to jack off, so
That's a
they'll just lift it off for
It's a
me.
long
Wow,
process.
wow.
Do you see what you've started here, Mitch? The series started,
Yeah.
mate.
Oh, crap. I don't have all the bloody stuff here either.
That's right.
Well,
do you want me to do it, mate?
That was the
No.
Full Drive podcast brought to you by Tyrepower and Tough Dog, tip of the week. Thanks to, was it Adam?
Adam, yep.
Adam?
Adam,
Adam?
yeah.
Do you reckon you just hit the keyboard wrong or what?
No, mate, no.
Okay.
A-A-D-A-M.
Sorry.
That was him.
Yep.
That was his name. I got it.
Yeah, and the Takeo timeout.
Yep,
Which
thanks
was
to Autoline.
Which, yep. Thanks to Autoline, keeping the mining vehicles surviving.
Yep.
Which in then turns the economy and keeps the full drive industry going.
Which turns us on.
Because how many killer rigs have you seen in WA?
Sorry, go again.
How many killer full drives have you seen in WA?
Lots.
Lots.
How many over the top full drives have you seen in WA?
Too many.
How many have you seen towing a caravan with a boat?
Heaps. Actually, I've seen the most amount of Isuzu NPSs.
Oh, yeah, there's a few of them getting around, yeah.
Those four drive truck. I've seen more of them than I've ever seen.
There's heaps of those. I'm seeing heaps recently as well.
They've
Also
always got a
towing.
boat on the roof.
Yep,
and
always.
they've always
Yep.
towing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's massive amount of them. Which is it's just interesting to see why people. It's all about weight. It's all about weight. So that's why I think without going to an American truck, that's the next best option.
And space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Space.
Super Duty next.
Yeah, see what happens.
Yeah, and thank you very much, Mitch, for
Thanks for
joining
having
us.
me, guys. It's been good fun.
Mate.
We'll come back when Doug goes out gallivanting around the world.
Oh, mate, when is he not? Bloody hell, that bloke. Get in here and do some work, mate. Not paying you for
Honestly.
nothing.
Yeah. Nah. Looking forward to hear about the Beadell trip. We'll see you in Adelaide Full Drive show.
Yes. We'll
And,
see you there very soon.
Yeah, looking
And,
forward to hearing all about it.
There you go. Brilliant. Cheers.
Cool.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome. Well, let's Patreon, stick around. Did I close everything?
Yeah, mate, that was good.
All right. Oh, the
How
Full
do you-
Drive podcast on
Mate,
YouTube.
you've got it.
Yeah.
You've done. The show's wrapped up now.
Oh, it is?
Take it,
Okay. All right.
We're just chatting to patrons now. Good job, mate. How'd you feel? How do you feel hosting?
I prefer just to talk.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
easier.
It's easier, yeah. I
It's
mean,
easier.
if I had to do it, it would just be it'll become more natural
Yeah.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
to bring it in. But I'm just making sure, I'm filling some big shoes here to make sure we hit all the points here.
It's difficult, eh?
He's pretty
Yeah.
silky, old Duggo, isn't he?
Mate, he's Dago's got away with it.
And
With
then-
the intros.
And
Which is good.
I'm also sitting here, so I'm looking this way. I'm looking at Mitch. I can't really see if you're. And then I thought, you guys sometimes send messages to each other on your thing, and it's like, well, I've got my own run sheet going here, so I'll go on rogue. So you're not going to be able to say anything. So
Couldn't
just
say anything.
yeah.
You've done your own run sheet. You missed the footy, the airbags thing that you wanted to show.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, let's show the Patreons now, and we'll show it next week again.
All right.
So what we've got here is a kid's size 1. In there is a kid's size 1. They're a bit orange for you. Footy, and it's inside one of my socks, flattened out, stuffed in there, and then pumped up as a bit of an airbag. Yeah.
Hashtag Bush Mechanics.
A Santa Fe,
In a Santa Fe. That's brilliant.
and that just completed the Holland track.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is one of Alex's mates. Yeah,
And they've just put footies inside
yeah.
as airbags.
Yes.
What, did their suspension fail or?
No,
What's-
just
what's the
needed
reason?
some extra assistance in the back.
There you go.
That's proper bush mechanics.
That is, I don't know if that's ingenious or just,
It's not a bush mechanic. That's just putting
It's
it in
just
there.
it's just for
that's
fun,
classic.
is it?
Yeah, right. I can honestly say I've never seen a word of anything like that. So good on them.
No, not
Hats
a
off. I would
single
not have
time.
thought of. I wouldn't even thought of it.
I don't know how well it's.
I don't think anyone would, mate. That is rogue. It's one of your mates, is it? Or
Yeah.
one of Chris's mates?
No, it's one of Alex's mates.
Oh,
I
Alex's
just stuff
mates.
one of these in here.
Well, it's a size 1,
Oh, so it's small.
deflated, put in, and
You're not getting that in.
Pumped up.
You're not getting that in at all.
Nah.
no, size 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know, but I mean, like even a size 1 is.
Oh yeah, you'd probably get that.
If
in.
you flatten that right out, like that's got beer air in it, but
Fit it
you
in.
might. Yeah.
The problem
Yeah.
is one of them adjusted and the valve went right where the spring is, so he couldn't adjust it. So they actually did do something for him.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I actually did a bit of work.
Yeah,
I want to know how many Ks they got out of him.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but he's selling the car now with the airbags in it.
Really?
Yeah, pretty robust, the old airbag rubber. Like a size 1 kid's footy's not that durable, you would have thought.
Yeah, it's not so much you can put in a Santa Fe though. But
Yeah, true that.
so Alex's old man was on that trip as well on the Holland track, and he decided to go through a deep puddle, and he has a Tassie trip coming up very soon, and his Prado got stuck in the water.
Oh, no.
And this is a situation where the son says to the dad, "What were you thinking?"
Yeah.
And the water was up to his seats. He got stuck. He couldn't go. Yeah. And then they had to get, so what they pulled him out with was a PTO winch, which
Yeah.
took forever.
Yeah, that would have.
Took forever
That's not
to
a quick.
get out.
That's
off
not a
it.
quick recovery.
No, off a 60. So he had to cancel his Tasmania trip.
Yeah. No idea.
Oh, mate.
Planned it for like a year or something too.
Far out. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You got to walk it. At least put a stick in it.
You'll try something.
Was he leading?
No, he was just in the convoy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think it was just 3 cars.
Just
I'm not
went.
sure. Yeah.
Just took a different line and
Yeah, just all of a sudden drove through it, and Alex is like, I don't know why he did it. He just drove in.
He just did it.
He just did it. Yeah.
dearie me.
Sometimes fight your urges.
See, normally it's the young guy that does it, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
What are you expecting on this Anne Beadell trip, mate?
Well, no water.
Nah, there shouldn't be any water.
Yeah. If there's water, then there's a risk of it shutting. I didn't know about
Yeah.
Ilkirker though, so
Yeah. Just check. Worth checking. Give him a buzz.
yeah, I will. Yeah.
Yeah. They might have. Yeah, that was. They definitely weren't serving fuel before we left. So, yeah, worth checking out.
Interesting.
That'd be interesting.
But it's also been closed for quite a while.
Yeah, it's only opened up the last 4 months. 3
Yeah.
months. For this season, I reckon this sort of tourism
I
season.
think last season was closed the whole
closed
time.
the whole
eh?
time. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, let's wrap it up there, I think. That's good. Mate, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Patrons,
Yeah.
thanks for listening. Ronnie,
Thanks
thanks for
Thank
hosting.
you. Yep. Thank you. Thanks for controlling everything.
Hey, mate, it's part of the job.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Yeah.